Hey guys, Enis, Whiteacre Properties. Welcome back to another episode. I'm bringing you guys to the town of Norwood on Birch Road. We have a fix and flip project here, and we're going to cover three things today. Number one is how to have a successful fix and flip project. And we're going to talk about this particular house as a case study, but I want to share some thoughts with you guys on really how to make the best and the highest profit on a deal like this. Number two is I want to show you the progress. We have made a lot of progress here, but also it's been slow. So I want to share those progress updates and then lessons learned. That would be number three. I'm all about sharing with you guys lessons learned in case you can take a nugget or two from it and save you guys time and money in the long run. Without further ado, also because it's 95 degrees here in Boston or in the town of Norwood, let's go inside and take a look at what we've done so far. So guys, we're on the inside here at 23 Birch Road. I have done another video in the past. Please go take a look at that. That was day one when we purchased the property. And I go over the numbers, the rehab budget, the issues we solved for the owner. So please go check it out. But to give you a summary of that, we purchased this property for $225,000. This was a direct mail letter that went out to the sellers. They called us and we put a deal together because they had some issues going on with an oil spill. Again, if you want to find out more, go check out that video. However, so far we have spent about $130,000 and we got a little bit more room here, as a couple more weeks left to the finish line. So I think we're going to end up with about $175,000 on the rehab side. So $225,000 purchase, $175,000 on the renovations. And we are planning to list this property for $650,000. Overall, a great deal, but it takes time to find deals like this. Let me give you guys also an update of what's going on so far. We are going to sand the floors, refinish the floors, stain them. We did add, obviously, recessed lights throughout. We changed plugs and switches and all that because we're updating plumbing and electric. Ended up demoing the existing door that was here or the space that we had here and made a little bit bigger opening. And then we got the dining room. So the dining room got new hardwood floors, new plastered walls. We're gonna have a nice chandelier right there and you walk right into the kitchen. Obviously everything here is brand new. A brand new island. We're gonna have brand new appliances, countertops, lights. We do spend a lot of money and time on kitchens on the design side, but also picking all the finishes, because really bathroom and kitchen is usually what sells the houses, right? So we do put a lot of effort into that. Bathrooms, so we got two full bathrooms in this property. The one here on the main level ended up being a full gut. So everything there is brand new. The tile, the walls, the lights, right? The plumbing. So that's gonna be a brand new bathroom. And then in the lower level, we ended up with a second bathroom. So now this property is gonna have 4 bedrooms and 2 full baths, which is great because that's what buyers are looking for. 1 bathroom is not enough. So we framed and added a second bathroom in the lower level. The lower level is gonna have new flooring, new walls, new lights. It's a really nice space. It's a nice finished basement. And we're gonna have a playroom down there, an office space. So it got everything someone needs. Guys, that's the update on the inside. A lot of the work was mostly cosmetics, but we spent quite a bit on plumbing, on electric, kitchen and bathrooms, as I mentioned. Right now, today, we got guys doing flooring on the lower level. So if you pick some of the noise, that's what's going on. And then I think what's left at this point is just paint. We have a little bit of finished carpentry to finalize, but then we got the paint. And after the paint, we're ready for the open house. Obviously, we're gonna clean it up, we're gonna stage it, we're gonna take nice photography, but we'll be ready for the MLS in about 3 weeks from now. Keep an eye out on our social media pages because we're gonna have final photos of this project up there. And if you guys haven't followed us, please do that on Facebook and Instagram under Whiteacre Properties. So guys, let me share my thoughts about what I think makes a successful fix and flip project. This topic comes up quite a bit with people I'm meeting at the MEETUP, through social media, or just new investors starting out, but they're always wondering really what are the steps they got to take to have a successful fix and flip project. And I think there's 3 things that I want to share with you. Number 1 is finding a good deal up front. I've talked about this before, but it's really an important step that you can't skip, right? So finding a good deal up front might take finding an off-market property, right? Not buying something on the MLS. The goal here is to buy at a discount, right? That's what I'm getting to. For us at Whiteacre, it's sending direct mail, cold calling, talking to wholesalers, talking to agents, doing all the lead generation activity that can help us get a good deal. But that's step number one. Guys, you gotta find the property at a discount. Otherwise, anything you do afterwards is just not gonna make sense, because you know you're gonna screw up, you know you're gonna make mistakes, and the market might also change on you. So if you don't buy at a discount, all those other things that are gonna happen afterwards might kill the deal. Number two is actually knowing how to renovate a property. So either you know by experience or you partner up with somebody, but having the knowledge of renovating a property and getting it to the finish line is extremely important. So what I mean by renovations, it's really buying the property, walking into the house and deciding on what you're gonna keep, what you're gonna renovate, who is gonna do the work, and also how much it's gonna cost, right? So there's a lot of moving parts there. For us, day one, obviously, is going through the property, creating a scope of work, creating a budget, and then creating a schedule on who is coming first from the contractors, who is coming second, and kind of the order of things, right? And then once we create the schedule, then we got to bring guys in here and collect quotes. So that is the order of things. And if you have never done it, it's going to be a struggle. So be prepared to mess up the process or get ready to partner up with somebody, because there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the renovation side. Number three is the listing process. So guys, what I mean by the listing process is the steps that you're going to take from the moment you finish renovation to listing the house on the MLS. And this is typically the time that everybody rushes through. I've done that multiple times where I'm done with the project. It took me 6, 8 months or 10 months, and I just want to be done with it. I want to get paid. I want to move on to the next one. But this is actually the time that you need to slow down and make sure you follow the correct steps to get you the highest price from the MLS and then the highest profit. What we do at Whiteacre is a deep cleaning of the house. So once all the contractors are out, we make sure we do a deep cleaning of the house. We make sure that the landscaping is on point. We don't want to spend a ton on landscaping, but we want some nice curb appeal. We stage the house. We make it look really nice and like a real home. And then we take professional photos. And before we list on the MLS, we sit down with our agent. And I'm an agent myself. We have agents on our team, but we sit down and talk about the listing price. Price is super important. I can't emphasize this enough. In the market we are in right now, where there's definitely a shift and things are changing a little bit, you need to price the properties correctly. Let's take this property here as an example. 23 Birch Road in Norwood. It's going to be listed in 2 weeks. And right now I'm looking at comparable sales, and I'm kind of getting a feel of what's going on in the market right now. Not 6 months ago, not 12 months ago, I'm talking about maybe the last 30 days to what's listed on the MLS right now. I looked at a few comps. I think prices are somewhere between $675 and $700 or $725, let's say. And what I decided to do is that I'm going to list the property at $649.9. So I'm going to list at $650, hoping that that will generate a ton of attention. And the open house here is going to be crazy. So we're going to have a lot of people coming through. We're going to get a ton of offers. And most likely we're going to get a bidding war like we've done in the past. And if I start at 650, I'm most likely going to go at least to 700,000, which is the number I'm aiming for. Keep that in mind. Make sure you list the property correctly. Don't be afraid of listing under market value, because the market will end up giving you what the property is worth, right? And what the market demands. So what I've realized is that the people that make it in real estate investing have 3 things going for them. They have time, they have money, or they have expertise. And you don't need to have all 3 of them, but you gotta have at least one. So what I mean by that, you gotta have time if you wanna make it in real estate investing, and then you can go partner with someone that has the money or the expertise. So if you got time, you go door knocking, you do drive me for dollars, you call, and that's how you generate a lead. That's how you generate an appointment with someone that's looking to sell a property off market. If you go, you do those activities, you get a contract signed with that seller, you can come to someone like me, you can go to other investors that have money and experience, and you can partner up with them. That's what I mean, that if you have time, you can still make it in real estate investing. Now, if you got money, right, if you got money saved and you don't have the time because you're working full-time somewhere else, and you don't have the experience or the expertise in construction or finding deals, well, again, you can partner up with people that have leads and that they have expertise and they have the experience to fix and flip projects, right? So partnerships can be a really great way to get started and stay involved in real estate investing. And then the last part would be the experience, right? The expertise. You might be in construction right now, you might know how to flip houses, you might be a builder actually doing everything on your own, and that's great, but you still need a good deal. and you still need money to purchase a property. Go partner up with others, right? And guys, a best way to do that is come to meetups. I do host a really nice event. It's called the Boston Real Estate Connection Meetup. We'll put a link on the show notes. So come join me at the meetup events. It's a great opportunity for you to network, for you to find partners, for you to find deals. And really, it's just a good way for you guys to either get started in investing or stay busy buying and selling real estate. So one lesson learned I want to share with you guys for this property here in Norwood is the scheduling. We took way too long to renovate this property, and that happened because we have multiple projects. Our project manager is handling anywhere from 3 to 6 projects at a time, and that is just too much for him to handle. If we were clear up front with a good schedule from day one, I think we would have been done here. We just didn't do that. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of the fact that you need a schedule, and also you need somebody to pretty much be here on a daily basis to get the project along. You can't wait on contractors to show up on time, to be done on time, if you are not there demanding, and keeping everybody accountable, right? So it's important that you got someone to do that. For us, we have one full-time project manager right now. We're most likely gonna get a second one soon, but we are getting better at coming up with a good schedule up front, and then someone from the office can keep them accountable and move the project along. And the schedule is important, one, because obviously there are some really big holding costs here on a monthly basis. I think it costs us somewhere between $4,000 and $5,000 every month to hold on to this property, between mortgage, insurance, property taxes, utilities, right? There's a ton of that. And we don't want to delay listing this property. We know from day one this is a fix and flip project, so the goal for us is to go from day one to listing as soon as possible. So scheduling is important. I want to share that with you guys because currently we are struggling with it, but we are putting things in place. We are figuring out softwares that we can use on a daily basis to stay organized and get us to the finish line. So guys, if you find this valuable, like, share, subscribe, comment below. I really want to know what you guys are thinking. What's your question? I promise I'll respond. And I hope this is valuable. I'm putting all my effort sharing what I'm going through, the good and the bad. And my goal is really to make you guys better investors. Guys, that's a wrap for today. I showed you the property in Norwood here, gave you some progress updates. We talked about lessons learned, and I shared with you guys the 3 steps to take for a successful fix and flip project. So hopefully this is all good. Hope you can get some golden nuggets out of it. And I invite you to our meetup event on July 27th. If you guys got time or make time for this, July 27th in the afternoon in Framingham, the Boston Real Estate Connection Meetup event is taking place. I'll put the notes and the URL below on the comments and hope to see you guys there. So catch you on the next one.